Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. For this video, I'm going to show you guys how to do the whitewash technique that I have here on my bracelet holder. In case you didn't see the tutorial for this bracelet holder, I will have a link for you down there below the video in the description bar. Now, I told you guys in that video how I made this with materials from the Dollar Tree, so it cost me $6 to make this. And you know what? Before in the past, I've gone online and looked for wooden bracelet displays, and they were like $40 and up. They were really expensive. And I gotta tell you, this is the nicest jewelry display I've ever had, and I made it. So, to do this whitewash paint technique, and I'll show you, in case you didn't see my other video, I'll show you how pretty it is. It's really cute. It's aged looking. It looks like it's been out in the weather. It's so pretty. I love the back. This technique really shows off the wood grain, which is what I'm all about. I love beautiful wood grain. So anyways, to make this whitewash look, you don't really need a lot of materials and you don't have to spend a lot of money. When I was starting to get into this, I went online and I saw there was a lot of people using really expensive paints, and they were going through these processes that made it so difficult and time consuming, but I figured out a way to make it quick and easy and very affordable. So you're going to need some brown paint to start off with. Now, I don't like this color. It says it's nutmeg, and really they should have the color that's in the bottle on the label. This is not. This is very deceiving. This is not the color that's in the bottle. This is like an orangey brown. It's a very ugly color. Now, because I don't like the color of brown that I have, I'm using this black paint. By the way, this is all acrylic paint, to make it a little bit darker, and I got a milk chocolate brown color when I added the black to the brown there. And I'm also using acrylic paint. Now, I have heard that chalk paint is not good for this process, and I guess maybe because it's too thick. I don't know. But acrylic paint is the way to go, and it's very cheap and affordable. Now, I'm almost out of this here, so I'm going to try this acrylic paint. And this is from the dollar store, so I'm hoping it's going to work for me. My mom tried this brand from the Dollar Tree on another project. It was a red color she did. And she had to paint that thing like 4 times because it was so transparent. So hopefully this is going to work for my project. So you're going to need brown, black, and white acrylic paint. But really you're only going to need the black acrylic paint if you don't like the shade of brown and you want to adjust the shade of brown. And I'm also using a paintbrush here, as you can see, and I have a dried out baby wipe so I can do this, get this look. I've tried it with a wet baby wipe and I did not get the effect that I want, but when my baby wipe dried out, I tried it and it was perfect. Now I'm also using sandpaper. This is also from the Dollar Tree. So while you're there getting your tumbling tower blocks and your rolling pins, you can get sandpaper. And I'm using gloves so I don't mess up my nails, but that's totally optional. You don't need gloves if you're not worried about messing up your manicure. And I have mixing bowls here. So this is all you're going to need. Let's get started. It's really easy, and I am now wanting to do this to every wood surface that I come across because it's so pretty. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the wood surface I'm working on here. This is a piece of plywood. It's really pretty, actually. I love the grain in this. Now, the reason why I'm treating this is because whenever I take pictures of my jewelry for YouTube, there is this wooden board, well, it's not a board, it's a wooden tray that I got from Ross. And I always put my bracelets on it and necklaces, and I take pictures on it all the time. But it's pretty small. It's like 13 by 13 inches, and a lot of things I take pictures of I can't fit on the tray. So I will come outside, and there's this pile of rocks behind me, and there's a pond in the middle, and I like to take pictures on those rocks. It's really pretty. I've also have taken pictures on logs because I really love nature, and I love the wood grain and just scenery like this. And another background I love taking pictures on is banana leaves, but I haven't done that in a while because we don't have as many banana trees around here as we used to. So anyways, I'm going to do this gigantic piece of plywood because there's a lot of stuff that I make, and I need something that is big that I could take a picture of it on. So this plywood is perfect for me. Now if you look close here, I was sanding this part here and it's a lot smoother now. But if you look, see how rough the wood is? It's not very smooth. I need this to be smoother because if it's not, it's going to absorb way too much of the white paint. And right here is really rough. Look at that. So I have my glove on and I'm just going to sand this in circular motions. And I'll come back when I'm done and it's smooth enough and we'll paint it. I sanded my board and it is so smooth now, and I forgot to tell you guys, you only have to sand your wood if it's rough. This here was really rough, so I had to make it smooth. But I did not do any prep work at all on this. I just went ahead and started painting it because the wood was already smooth. So to achieve my wood stain color here, I have my brown paint and I'm gonna put a bunch in there because I'm worried I might run out. Actually, I might add water to this and then add more paint if I need to, so I'll adjust it as I go. And look at how ugly that brown is. Isn't it ugly? It's like rusty. It's the weirdest color. Put a little bit of black in here, make it dark, and we're gonna need water. Now you do want this to be really runny, because if you don't have it runny enough, it's gonna be like too opaque and it's gonna cover it too much. You need it to be very runny. And I hope I didn't just add too much black paint. It's hard to do this with one hand. I wish I had a camera tripod. I've got to buy another one because I've been doing more projects where I'm gonna need to get one. You know what? I think it's gonna be just fine. I do think I need more brown though because it looks like chocolate pudding. Oh, I love chocolate pudding. I think I'm going to need more brown because I am covering a large amount of wood here. Now I am thinking that on this side of the board, I'm going to have this weathered look, but maybe on the other side I should have completely different colors. So I could use this for, I'm using it for picture taking, but I can also use this as the background when I'm beading in my videos. And it would be cool to have two different looks I could take pictures on. Okay, I have to wipe the end of this off so I can stick my brush in there. Now I did add more paint and more water because I was trying to get this to be a certain color, which is now pudding brown, and I do want this to be super watery. So as you can see, it's really watery, and this is how we get the wood grain to show through the paint. So I'm going to go over here to the corner and we're going to start painting, and hopefully it's going to be nice. And by the way, I did change my paintbrush because I realized my paintbrush was too tiny because I used that for my other project. And there it is. Look at the wood grain. It's already coming through. See that? It's so pretty. Even though I sanded this, I still see that it's, what am I trying to say? The wood grain is still really deep, so I kind of have to go in different directions to get the paint to go into the wood. This is going to be pretty. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go and work on this. It's going to be really hard to paint holding a camera, but I think you understand what I'm doing. You can see the wood grain showing through. It's so pretty. I'll be back when I get the whole thing painted. Okay, I just finished painting it and it looks really good. As you can see, this over here is still wet, but this is drying, and look at how it's absorbing into the wood, and it's really making the wood grain stain out. It's so pretty. It actually looks like animal print or something. It's crazy. So I'm going to let this dry, and while it's drying, I'm going to go rinse out my brush and get ready to do the whitewash. It's going to be so gorgeous. I'm really excited. I am now back and it is dry. It looks really good, and I'm thinking that I'm just going to put this brown paint on the other side. So this side will be the weathered whitewash look and the other side will just be brown. This way I can have two different looks when I take pictures. And now I have to mix my paint together with my water. And so this here is remnants of last time. I just put this is water and paint mixed together. I just put it back into the bottle. Okay, And I'm gonna mix a lot of this because I don't want to run out. You know, that's one of my biggest fears, just running out of beads. Can you imagine running out of beads? That would be terrifying. So scary. Also, running out of paint. That's scary too. Does this have a seal on it? Oh my gosh, it sure does. Okay, so I already put some acrylic paint in there, but I'm going to put some more because I need a nice amount. I think I'm going to get my bottle like half, not my bottle, my bowl like halfway. And why do I keep saying Aya? That's weird. It's a new thing I'm starting to guess. Okay, so I'm going to mix this up, get this nice and watery, and make sure there's no lumps. You don't want lumps, and I'll be back. I have my water and paint mixed together, and I have my baby wipe here because right after I paint it, I have to dry it with this. I'm using a big piece of wood here, so this is going to be a little hard for me. When I did this, it was really small, so it was easy to do in sections, so I hope this goes well. And by the way, I'm not going to show how to do this whole thing because I can't physically hold the camera and do it. I'm just going to show you a section of it, and I'll continue on doing it by myself, and I'll come back and show you the end result. Okay, so let's see. Painting it on. I'm going to go down this whole side here. Now, I did notice that there's bubbles. So what I do is I blow the bubbles, okay, and then it absorbs into the wood better. And then I come back and I wipe off the excess. And see how it kind of puddles? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to blow the bubbles now. Okay, and now we're going to wipe it. Now, I think I did 2 coats. Yeah, I didn't let it dry enough in the end there. So see how it's really pretty right here? Down here, I didn't let it dry enough so you could see that it's dark. So I'll have to do that again. I gotta hurry. Now, remember, this is supposed to be weathered, okay? We want a weathered, aged farmhouse look. So don't worry if it's like dark in one spot and light in the other, because that's the whole point. We want this old, weathered look. And actually, when I did the bracelet display, the glue had a reaction with the paint. It looked kind of strange. You could tell that the glue was like having a reaction with the paint, but it made it look more used and old. It just gave a really cool look. Okay, again, I'm going to blow the bubbles. Wait a little bit, and then I'm going to dry it with my rag. And okay, looking good. So I do see that this is lighter than this. A darker wood, but I want to say I did 2 coats of whitewash. Yeah, I think I did 2 coats of whitewash. So I'm going to go ahead, keep doing this, and I'll be back and show you what it looks like when the whole board's done. I am back with an update, and the sun is now coming through the side there, as you can see. And I think that I might have put too much water in my mixture, because right now I'm not seeing the same look that I've got before, which I think this is totally fixable, by the way. But if you look closely at it, it just kind of looks like it's hazy or like a fog, like on glass. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but I don't see the white little like powder particles that are in the other piece. Now, I have only done 1 coat so far, and my coat that I have on now is not completely dry. So that could be part of it, and also sanding it makes it look different. So what I'm going to do is put more acrylic paint in my dish here, and I'm going to mix it well, and I'm going to do a second coat because it is not white enough for me. And I'll be back and show you guys what happens. I am back, and this is what it looks like right now. I'm fighting the sun. Pretty soon it's going to overtake my entire table. But this is pretty much it. It's not dry yet, okay? It's still wet. I'm still waiting for it to dry. But once it dries, it's going to look a lot different, believe it or not. It seemed like it just kept changing and changing. It was incredible. The more it dried, the more beautiful it looked. So anyways, once this is dry, I'm going to take the sandpaper to it. And the great news is you barely have to sand it. Because we watered down the acrylic paint, there's barely any sanding to do. And I do want to tell you guys that I did add more acrylic paint to my water because I felt like I didn't have enough and I wasn't getting the effect I need. And I was also wondering if maybe I was not getting the effect because I'm using that crummy Dollar Tree paint. But it's the only acrylic paint I have on hand right now because I've run out of my Apple Tree brand. But that could be another reason. So make sure that you have good acrylic paint if you're going to do this. So once this is dry, I'm going to sand it and I will take pictures of it and show you guys what it looks like. And right there is my bracelet display. I'm trying to show both of them at the same time, but my camera's acting nuts. So see, they look sort of similar, but like I said, this is not dry yet, and I have to do some sanding. So I'm really excited. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will take pictures, and I'll have pictures at the beginning and end of the finished piece. I hope that I was helpful to you. And if you make your bracelet display holder, just like I did, I would love to see pictures of it. Show me pictures on my Facebook page, or you can show me on Instagram, and I think you can also show me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, by the way. So yeah, please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and make sure you click the bell button to get notified when I upload new videos, and check me out on all my social media accounts. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.